For more than 47 years, our nonprofit, Resources for Seniors, has supported older adults and caregivers in Wake County. We can help in many different ways, including adult daycare programs, ramps and repairs, in-home supports, and consultation and referrals. Indeed, we're who to call when you're not sure who to call. Resources for Seniors stands ready to support you in your caregiving journey.
I'm Mark Costley, the founding attorney of Clarity Legal Group, the Triangle Area estate planning and elder law firm. You know those people who become overwhelmed dealing with the multiple challenges of being a caregiver? Clarity Legal Group helps people establish legal tools that avoid confusion, give them peace of mind, give them asset protection, and in some cases help them qualify for Medicaid. We help people get it right in the face of some of life's most important challenges. We don't just provide wills, trusts, and powers of attorney. We provide solutions and ongoing support. We provide clarity and peace of mind. It would be a privilege to help you.
Are you like 80% of seniors who would like to age in your current home? Call Wisdom Senior Care. Are you currently taking care of a loved one and finding yourself frustrated, tired, and even lonely? Call Wisdom Senior Care. Always available, dependable, and flexible. Come partner with Wisdom Senior Care, keeping wisdom at home.
Hi there. Welcome to All for Balance Mind-Body Integration Qigong Workshop. We're so glad you're here. In this workshop, we're going to cover basic Qigong principles and mind-body integration principles to help you come to a place of peace and power and balance. These can be done by anyone, everywhere. They can be done laying down, they can be done sitting, and they can be done standing. So welcome, and let's jump on in. For the first 30 seconds, we're going to count our inhales, okay? So every time you breathe in, you're going to count, and we're going to start now. So every time you breathe in, just count. Keep counting with each inhale. We're almost at 30 seconds. Okay, so how was that? How many inhales did you get? Many people, it ranges. It can go 6, 8, 10, 11. Some people have even gotten 14. Everyone starts from a different place. But why is it important to count our inhales? Our inhales tell us what's going on inside our body. Our breath is one of the most important components of the functions that our body goes through. Our breath tells us if we're stressed, our breath tells us if we're in pain, and our breath also can tell us if we're happy. If we're taking short, shallow breaths, we know that we're stressed out, something's going on. If we take long, deep breaths, we know that we're in a place of relaxation, right? And that's where we want to be. Our nervous system is made up of two different sections, and one is automatic, that you don't have any control over, or we think we don't have any control over. And the other one is somatic. We know, ooh, that's hard, or ooh, that could be hot. It keeps us safe. But what we want to focus on for this time is we want to focus on our autonomic nervous system and try to get it to calm down and release some stress. Let's do a basic body scan meditation, okay? So let's get into posture, into position. So if you can, you want to try to lengthen and strengthen your backbone. And the way that we do that is you want to think about a string grabbing the very bottom of your backbone and pulling it down to the center of the earth, right? You get a little tilt here so your lower back gets to straighten up. And then you want to think about a string pulling the top of your backbone up, right? And then that lengthens here. So for example, then you actually are lengthening your backbone. And that allows for maximum circulation of all kinds of things that need to happen. Your backbone is your body's fuse box. We want to honor it, and we want to give the vertebra a chance to breathe. And what I mean by that is when we lengthen, we can actually start to pull the vertebra apart, right, and release all the pressure that we have. So many of us in our postures, we're bent over, our muscle memories, things are getting a little wonky. Let's straighten that back up. Your ears over your shoulders, head pulled up, backbone straight. Even if you're lying down, see if you can get your vertebra against the surface. If you're standing up, bend your knees slightly so that you can tilt your sacrum and get that backbone as straight as you can get it. Okay. So with our backbone straight, if you're sitting down and you can put your feet flat on the floor, you want to do that. But basically you want to get into a comfortable position. And you want to close your eyes. All right, so let's get started. Let's take several nice deep breaths. So let's inhale into our lungs and fill up our lungs. And now let's exhale. Let's exhale any stress we might be holding. Let it all out. Let's do another inhale, this time into our bellies. Inhale. And let's exhale. Let's exhale it all out, all those toxins. Now let's inhale one more time. Let's inhale, fill up our bodies. And let's exhale it out. Now let's begin to shift our focus and bring it to our feet. How are your feet feeling? What are the sensations that you're feeling with your feet? If you wiggle your toes, do you feel hot? Do you feel cold? Do you feel any pain, any discomfort, any tingling? Now let's take a good inhale, and as we inhale, let's spread appreciation for our feet, for all the things they do for us, and hopefully will do for us in the future. And exhale it out. Now let's begin to shift our attention up by our ankles, our calves, our shins, knees, thighs, and hamstrings. What's going on here? What is your body telling you? Begin to notice any sensations that you feel here. Is there any tightness? Again, any tingling? Any pain? What is your body telling you? Now let's inhale a nice breath of appreciation for our legs that have carried us so many locations. And now exhale it out. All the stress, all the issues, let it go. Now let's begin to bring our attention up to our abdominal area. All the organs in our body that do so much for us, that do the magic alchemy of turning our food into the nutrition that our bodies need to go. What's going on in this area? What kind of sensations are you feeling? Feeling any tightness? You hearing any noises from this area? Check in, and let's inhale a deep breath of appreciation for your organs that do so much for you. And exhale the toxins. Let it all go. Now let's bring our attention to our heart and our lungs. Without our lungs, we wouldn't be able to live and take breaths. Our heart pumps our blood and our circulation. You feeling any sensations here, any tightness or any issues? Let's breathe in a nice breath of appreciation for all the work that our heart and lungs do. And let's exhale any issues or toxins that may be there. Now let's let's bring our attention up to our head and our shoulders. So much that goes on in our mind's eye, so much activity. This brain is the computer of your body. Let's let it relax. What kind of sensations are you feeling here? Your eyes, when they're closed, what do you see? Your nose, what do you smell? Your mouth, what do you taste? And your ears, what do you hear? Appreciate your senses. Appreciate the brain for what it does for you. Let's take a nice breath in here. And exhale it out. Let it all go. Now finally, let's bring our attention to our spine and our backbone. The spine is the fuse box of your body. So many things move through your backbone and your spine. Do you feel any sensations? Do you feel any tightness? Do you feel any pain? Any issues here? Let's do a big breath in, big inhale. In. And as you exhale, wash out any issues, any pain, any discomfort. Now let's take a nice breath into our entire body, blessing our entire body with fresh air, fresh breath. Hold. Now exhale it all out. You can exhale it out with a sigh, you can exhale it out with a noise, whatever works for you. Let it all go, all the pressure, all the stress, all the issues you've been carrying around. Let it go. Another breath in here. Let's inhale. Let's inhale. And now exhale. Let it all go. Let it all go. And at the end of your exhale, if you want to open your eyes and start to move your body a little bit to get the blood flowing again, please do. Namaste. All right, so now that we've done this body scan meditation, hopefully you're in much better contact with your body, with all sections of your body. As you know, it's very important. This body is the only place we have to live, and it's vital that we take care of it and give it what it needs. That being said, let's talk more about our nervous system, because this nervous system controls our body. It controls the outside of our body. It controls the inside of the body. So we've got two main functions of the nervous system. We've got the voluntary and the involuntary. The voluntary, like we've said before, you know something's hot, you know something's hard, you know something's soft and feels good. And then we've got the involuntary, and that's what our body does without us knowing it. An example, and sometimes for some of us, it's so easy to get stressed. We may have one expectation about an event, and then all of a sudden, when we get there, we find out that's not at all what's going to happen, and that can cause stress. That stress that we pull upon ourselves. We need to remember that the stress response that our body gives us is really to protect us, right? The fight and flight is really when our lives are being threatened. So as an example, the situation where things had changed, my body got stressed out. It automatically got stressed out because of change. That happens to all of us. It can happen at any time. So it's important that we know how then to activate the parasympathetic system, which is the part of our involuntary nervous system. Involuntary nervous system, we have our parasympathetic and our sympathetic. The sympathetic, like we said before, is the fight or flight. It's the one when something happens, what are we gonna do? All kinds of hormones start flooding our body. We've got the cortisol, we've got the norepinephrine. All of these things happen, and all kinds of changes happen without us even wanting them to happen, without us asking them to happen. It just happens, right? So what can we do? How can we stop that from happening? We get in touch with our parasympathetic system. We get our parasympathetic system in such connection with us that we know now how to activate it. We know what to do. A body scan meditation is a perfect way to activate that parasympathetic system. And there are lots of those on the internet if you just want to do some research. Another way is through Qigong. Qigong is a fantastic exercise that has been around for thousands of years. It combines physical exercise with mental and internal exercise to change the state of your body. It can help you physically and it can help you mentally. Okay? So what we do in Qigong is we connect our movements with our breath. The breath is one of the most important parts of Qigong and really any type of meditative efforts. So let's work on the breath now. One of my favorite Qigong exercises is the basic breath or the essential breath. Some folks call it the lung and belly breath, for lack of a better term. And what we want to do with the lung and belly breath is we want to put a hand on our lungs and a hand on our belly. And please note, I'm so glad you're here, but you're really going to get these benefits if you follow along and do it with me. So while it might be nice to listen to the music and see the scene, please follow along with me. So put your hand, it doesn't matter which one, on your chest. Put your other hand on your belly, okay? Now what we're going to do, we're going to take 9 breaths. The first 3 we're going to take into our lungs and get our lungs as big as they can be, right? The next 3 we're going to take into our belly. Get the belly as big as it can be. Then the next 3 we're going to breathe into the lungs and into the belly and then exhale. Okay, and we're going to do it 9 times. One of the secrets of Qigong is repetition. The reason why repetition is so important is your muscle memory. The first time your body does something, it doesn't know what it's doing, and it may even get a little stressed out and cause some of those stress hormones. I don't know what I'm doing. Help me, right? The next time you do it, your body's like, oh, I've done this before. Okay, I kind of get this. It's not so stressful. The third time you do it, your body's like, I got it. Is this what we're doing? I got this. So in Qigong, you do in series of 9 because you combine the 3 and the 3 and the 3. So by the time you get to about the 6th or 7th time of doing the movement or doing the breath, your body knows what to do. There's no more stress hormones being pumped in. You're in charge of your nervous system at that point, and that's what we're trying to do here. Okay, so like I said, you want to put one hand on your lungs and you'll want to put one hand on your belly. The first 3 into our lungs, next 3 into our belly, and the final 3 lungs and belly. All right, so let's get started. Let's do a good inhale into our lungs. Let's breathe in. You want to fill up your lungs, front, sides, and rear. Now exhale it out. Let out any of those toxins. Inhale again into your lungs. Make sure to fill them up, the sides, underneath your arms, back in your back. And exhale it out. If it helps you to close your eyes, please do so. One more time into your lungs. Let's breathe in. Fill them up as far as they can go. Fill them up here. Let's get it filled. Exhale, let it all go. Let all that air go. The bottom of your exhale, let's inhale into your belly. Same way, lungs should not move. Only your belly moves. Fill it up, just like donuts. Now fill it all up. Now exhale it out. Let it go. We're going to inhale again into our bellies. Fill them up, fill them up. Let them get big as they can get, big like an inner tube. Let them go. Exhale it all out. Last time into your belly. Let's fill it up. Let's fill it up front, sides, and rear. Get all the air you can get in there. Now exhale it out. You can exhale with a sigh, exhale with a noise, whatever works for you. Next inhale into your lungs. Inhale into your belly. Now Exhale it out. Let it all go. Inhale into your lungs. Fill them up. Inhale into your belly. Fill them up. Exhale it out. Let it all go. Inhale final time into your lungs. Into your belly. Let it all go. Let all that stress go. A funny story about this. When I first learned this breath, it was almost 30 years ago. And I was learning Kung Fu. I was doing external Kung Fu and internal Kung Fu. And I thought there was some kind of magic long pocket in your belly, that I was doing something magical, because they say in Kung Fu your power center is your dantian, and that's where we were breathing. And I was like, oh, there's a special place for your air. Little did I realize that's actually part of your lungs. So many of us never belly breathe, right? Or we just belly breathe. The belly, when your belly goes out when you breathe, that's because you're bringing air into your lower lobes of your lungs, where the pneumonia hits, where respiratory things hit. This is where the bad stuff can be if you don't clean it out. The only way to clean out your lower lobes of your lungs is to belly breathe. So that's another one of the advantages of this breath, is it totally cleans out your lungs, totally cleans out your upper, your middle, and your lower lobes. But only you can do that, right? Qigong is nothing that you fake. Qigong is nothing that you make up. Qigong is a gift that you give to yourself. You make it real. And only you can make it real. Only you know how your body feels. Only you knows what it feels like when you fill it up. And you also know that your lungs are muscles, right? So what happens when you don't use your muscles? They atrophy. And that's the last thing that we want our lungs to do, is to atrophy. Because if they do, then our quality of life starts to decline, right? And even if we're in a special situation where we have limited use of our lungs, we need to maximize the use that we do have. Another story is I have a son that has asthma, and Qigong has helped him plenty of times versus a nebulizer to open up his lungs and get that air moving. So Qigong is also medicinal. If you do it like 18 repetitions, 24 repetitions, it becomes more of a medical Qigong. Combine it with massage and meditation, and you now can actually heal your body from the inside out. So that's what we're doing right now. So at least an introduction for you. And what you want to do with any energy practice is you first learn it, right? You want to learn physically what you need to do. You want to learn how you're supposed to do it. But then it's up to you to work it, right? Just watching this video, just following this video once in a while is not going to make changes in your body. Now, it might reduce your stress today, which will be awesome. We love reducing stress, right? Activating that parasympathetic system. But what we really want is for you to have the skills, for you to have the tools in your wellness toolbox so that you can activate your parasympathetic system at any time, and you can tell your body, okay, it's time to rebuild. Let's relax, let's rest, and you can really be at rest. So many of us, when we sleep, we don't really sleep. When we rest, we're not really resting. Something's going on, some muscles twitching, something's going on. I'm gonna cut all that out. Our body needs to calm it down, right? And we forget that this is how we're supposed to be. In today's world, especially in our country, stress is common. Stress is usually how people live. Email all the time, working all the time, on the phone all the time. You're at dinner with your family, but you're still checking your emails. What's going on the inside of you? And what do you think's going to happen eventually? right? It's been said that so many preventable diseases actually start in our 20s and 30s, right? That heart disease that somebody picks up in their 50s and 60s, it started in their 20s and 30s. And until you learn how to manage your body for maximum results, and not just how fast can I run a mile, or how many emails can I send in a minute, or how much money can I make today or this week. What are you doing for your body? Because if you don't take care of your body, nothing else matters. Okay, so enough about that. Let's do a little bit more Qigong. Now this next Qigong is called the flowing breath. And this is another one that is very simple. Anybody can do it. Everybody can do it. You can actually do it laying down, sitting up, standing up, whatever works for you. It's also a wonderful one to do. I happen to love water, and I love to do it anytime I'm at the ocean, anytime I'm by a lake or a waterfall especially. You bring the power of the water in, right? You just let it flow. And like any other Qigong, like we talk about, you want to try to lengthen your spine again. Remember the stack of coins and the string of pearls. We want to stack these coins, or vertebrae are just like coins stacked upon each other for maximum stability, right? We also want to be like a string of pearls. So our vertebrae are separate and they can move their own, right? No lockdown, no fissures, none of those things. Now some of us, you may have pins and rods in your back, so there may be sections of your back that are tough to loosen up. But with your breath and with your intention, you have the ability to bring life back into those sections and see what you can work out with your body. Okay, so the flowing breath. So again, lying down, sitting down, standing up. If you're standing up, you want your feet to be about shoulder width, hip width apart, knees slightly bent, because remember we want to tilt that sacrum so that we can straighten that back there as much as we can get it. If you ever want to, just put your back up against a wall and see how far away parts of your body are. I know every time I put my back against a wall, I'm always shocked. I'm like, whoa! Sometimes it's hard to get all those vertebrae up on there, because my body's so used to not being in alignment. That's what happens. So it's easier to keep it in alignment and prevent it than it is to bring it back. But you can always bring it back with the right intentions and with the right effort, or at least some semblance of what you had previously. Okay, so we've got our backbone straight. We're pulling up into heaven, pulling down into earth. We want to start with our hands beside our side. And again, once you learn the muscles of this, you can do this with your eyes closed. It's strange sometimes. I feel like when I close my eyes, I actually can see what's going on inside my body. It's the strangest thing, but really I think what's going on is your senses are cut off out here, so then your senses as to what's going on inside pick up. Okay, let's do the flowing breath. And by the way, Qigong movements, there's all kinds of different names of them. These movements have been around, again, for thousands of years. Different teachers call them different things. These are how I was taught what the names are. And it comes from Healer Within Qigong by Roger Yankees, who taught me these movements. So your hands are by your side, and you want to, as you breathe in, you want to start to bring your hands up, palms up. Okay, just breathe in, palms up. Exhale, palms down. Okay, we're going to inhale, palms up. Inhale and exhale, palms down. You want to do it nice and slow. Connect your breath. Inhale up. Bring them on up, nice and slow. Exhale down. Let them go. Let it all go. Just think about your breath. Breathe in. Let's raise it up. Breathing in. Now exhale it down. Let it come down. Now, if you want to continue raising your hands further, if you want to raise your hands all the way up, feel free to do so. If you have shoulder mobility issues, just do what you can. Even if you just do this, with your palms. Again, the magic, you want to connect your breath with your movement in a nice, slow, relaxed way. Let's inhale it up, and exhale it down. Let it all go. One more time. Nice inhale up, fill it up, and exhale, let it go. All gone. All right. So now let's talk a little bit more about what was going on in your body when you're doing that, okay? When you start to move your arms, it further activates your lymphatic system. So by filling up your lungs and pushing out on your lymph ducts, raising your arms, you're forcing the movement through your body. You're forcing your lymphatic system. And our lymphatic system has no pump. Your body, your brain, this amazing brain that we've been talking about with all these autonomic systems, doesn't force your lymphatic system to drain. And your lymphatic system is what takes toxins out of your body, right? So that's one of the reasons why movement is so important, connecting your movement with your breath. And this simple flowing breath will actually help drain some of those toxins out. If you're standing, you also, as you rise up, feel free to rise up on the balls of your feet and your toes, right? And then back down on your heels, back up on your toes, and down on your heels. And even if you're laying in a bed, feel free. Point your toes, arch your feet. Point your toes, arch your feet. Because now that you get your arms involved and your feet involved, now you're activating your lymph flow in your whole body. Now it's flowing all the way down to your toes. So all these toxins that are living down in your legs and in all these honey holes going on, let's get rid of them. Flow it out. Let it out. And again, you can do this first thing in the morning when you wake up, before you even get up. Instead of thinking about all those stressful thoughts, what I got to do today, what kind of money situation, all these things, car, whatever's going on in your life. Don't even. First thing in the morning. Thank goodness I'm alive and I can breathe. And give you some breaths. And again, if you do it 9 times, your body will automatically jump into that parasympathetic state that you want to be in, right? And to start your day off in a calm, relaxed way that hopefully the rest of your day can follow. And I'm going to teach you another breath here in a minute. And so let's say you get stressed out during the day. There's so many things that can affect us, right? Pull another Qigong out of your toolbox and do it. Whatever you're feeling, there's so many different things that Qigong can do. It can help calm you down, root you down, ground you down. It also can help raise your energy up, right, and give you more energy. It also can clean out energy. There's so many different facets. So please, after watching this video, I'm so glad that you did, but feel free to just go online and do some search for Qigong. There's so many different ones, and I'm sure you'll find something for whatever that you need at the time. Even though I've been doing Qigong for almost 30 years now, I still love learning new Qigongs. I have a whole list of ones that I want to learn because they do so many things, and the different ways that you move your body, the different ways that you breathe, different states you're in, the different music you listen to, the different smells in the air, the different sounds. All send signals to your body. Calm it down. Let's rest. Let's rebuild ourselves, right? Your stomach does not rebuild itself when you're stressed out. What happens when you're stressed out? It doesn't digest or the hoot. What happens when you're stressed out? Can you sleep? No, you can't sleep unless you go to some kind of addictive substance or have help. But you can't sleep. And even if you do go to sleep, you're not going to have a deep sleep. The sleep apnea that's taken over our country. Stress. Calm it down. And it's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. You're the one that owns the body that you are given. That body is a gift to you. So the question is, what are you going to do with it? Now, hopefully, by you watching this video, we already know that you're trying to take care of it. You're trying to populate that wellness toolbox, right? Qigong's not going to work for everybody all the time. Tai Chi's not going to work for everybody all the time. Reiki's not going to work for everybody all the time. Yoga's not going to work for everybody all the time. Our job as humans, and the gift that we have now with the internet and technology, is there's so much out there. Again, it's up to you. Go grab these things. Maybe you spend a couple years intensive with yoga. Maybe you spend a couple years intensive with Qigong. Whatever it is, whatever floats your boat and gets your body where you need it to be. But just remember, your body's going to change. It's going to change every day. It's going to change probably throughout the day if your body's like mine. It's going to change the years. I know, when I first started learning Kung Fu, the things my body could do 30 years ago and what I do now is different. It's way different. And we need to enjoy the ride, right? The better we take care of it, the more stability we're going to have with our body's performance, and the more we know what we can get out of our body, and the confidence we're going to have in our body and in ourselves. Because if our body's going to be able to take us there, we know we're going to get there, right? Because our mind's included in our body. Mind's part of it. We think so many times, the mind's in charge, the mind's in charge. Not really. The mind is a muscle, and it's up to you to tell your mind what to do. So again, wake up with gratitude. Wake up with something simple that makes your body feel good. Maybe you want to do a little yoga practice. Maybe you want to go for a walk. But let me talk about walking and stress. I know a lot of people that get stressed out on their walks, either because something hurts, or because it's hot, or because the conversations, or they can't shut that mind off. When I was younger, I used to think that I, was releasing stress by jogging. Nope, it actually builds stress. It causes the cortisol, it causes all kinds of hormones to go off in our body. There's people that like to do all kinds of exciting things like bungee cord jump and whatnot, and they think that that's, that's what I do for relaxation. No, it's not at all what you do for relaxation. It's what you do to juice up your body. What do you do to relax your body? And it's not just sleep, as we've talked about. Sometimes when you're sleeping, your body's not resting. You need to be in charge of your body and tell it what to do. Okay. So now let's do another breath. This one is called the gathering breath, and this one is a great one to do if you're really stressed out and you need to calm down. Okay, and it's very simple. It's very much like the flowing breath. Okay, again, we always start with our back as straight as possible, the string pulling down, our sacrum tilted, right? String pulling up on the top of our head, right? So that we are lengthening and strengthening our backbone like a stack of coins and a string of pearls, right? Okay, so the gathering breath. So your hands are down by your side, and just like the flowing breath, you're going to bring your hands up. But this time your palms, when they get about shoulder height, they're going to come in towards you, okay? You're going to bring them just a couple of inches away from your face. And then you're going to start to wash them down your body. Okay? A couple inches away. You might want to make them an inch away, maybe 3 inches away. But you're going to feel something as your hands get close to your body. As you calm it down, you slow those breaths down, you become in charge. Your fingers may start to tingle. You may start to feel sensations. You may feel that parts of your body are warmer or cooler. Again, your hands, you want to close your eyes and just let your hands just wash down your face, your neck, your chest, your abdominals, hips, and legs. And again, we're going to do this 9 times. Let's breathe in, nice inhale in, breathe it all in, bring all that energy in your body. Now, as we exhale, exhale it from your head, your mind, that busy mind. Exhale at your neck, shoulders, all that pressure, everything you carry around. Let it wash off, just like you've got water coming down your body. We are washing the stress, washing the pressure, washing it off. For me, I feel like I should call it the washing breath, but my Sifu, my teacher, calls it the gathering breath. And again, a part of why he calls it the gathering breath, continue to do it. You need to do at least 9 times. Don't give up here. Breathing in, right? The gathering breath. Because at one hand, we're washing, no pun intended, we're washing stress and toxins away, but we're coming back. When we put our hands in front of our face, this is one of the actual Reiki positions because of the energy that's transferred from your palms to your face, believe it or not. And you can feel it the more you do it. Slow it down, calm it down. Chances are your brain is bringing all kinds of things in. You're thinking about, oh, I got to get to that email. When's she going to be done? You might be doing all kinds of things. Let it go. Don't judge. Just witness. And bring it back to your breath. Let's do it last time. Let's do a nice inhale here. Inhale, inhale. Exhale. Let it all go. Let it all wash out. All the stress, all the pressure, whatever's going on. Just let it go. Give your body the gift that it deserves. And like I've said before, with all of the Qigong movement, even if your body can't do everything, like if your shoulders are locked and you can't bring it up, that's totally fine. Do what you can do. A big part of any type of meditative efforts is the visualization. So again, we talked about closing your eyes and visualizing what's going on inside you. Right? So let's try that with that last gathering breath for just a minute, okay? So let's close our eyes and you think about what's going on. So our hands are coming up, palm up, and I'll share with you what's going on in my body. My hands are tingling really bad, especially this right one. It's like, ah! But what that means is my energy is going. I'm a Reiki practitioner, therefore my energy has been opened, which means that when I try to bring my energy, it rises because I'm able to actually heal people with energy. So I get a lot of tingles, I get a lot of vibrations. You can't always see it on the outside, but all kinds of things are going on. So we'll continue. So my hands are tingling, especially my right hand. I also have a jade ring on here that may be working with it to amplify it, but my right hand is my main hand and it's tingling. This is tingling as well. Got a nice layer of sweat going on. I don't know about you guys. Could also be the lights in here. And then as I bring my hands towards me, now I start to feel some pressure. If any of you have worked with your energy ball before, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm starting to feel, it's almost like a magnet. Because, we all are magnetized, right? And the earth is magnetized, right? We're polarized. So if you can close all your other sensations off, you can start to feel it, right? And that's part of what's going on in this breath, because your palms receive and give off a tremendous amount of energy. Remember in the old days, I don't know that we do it anymore, but the handshake, that's almost like giving blood. We might as well just cut blood here and let's be blood brothers now. But this is my energy and your energy. We meet, we combine, we connect. It's gonna happen. It's the way it works. So your palms are really important. When you put your palms on yourself, then basically you're reading your own energy, right? And just listen. Now, the first few times you do it, if you've never been exposed to anything like this, you may think I'm a little bit kooky until you feel it yourself. So calm yourself down, get yourself in that parasympathetic state, and feel the sensations in your body, right? We felt them before with the body scan meditation, but now we're going to feel them with our palms and what's going on, right? There's many acupuncture channels that go through the front of our body, and acupuncture points. If you've ever been to an acupuncturist, you know this. There's points all throughout our body. So that's what we're doing as our hands come across. Our hands, our energy centers are seeking the others and responding to it. And that's part of what helps calm you down. Because your energy, you're bringing nice, calm energy. If you do this when you're stressed, it may not work. Ugh, I didn't feel anything. Ugh, I didn't feel anything. Calm it down. Do some flowing breath, lung and belly breath. Calm it down. And now let's ground in. And when we say ground in, that means find your base. When you find your base in your foundation, anything and everything is possible. But you have to work from a solid base. Your body has to be able to repair itself and rebuild itself. And that's what we're doing. So we bring it through and we feel different sensations all the way through, right? And it partially depends on what your energy's level doing. You do it one day, you're going to feel something. You do it another day, you might feel something else. It all depends on where you're at, what kind of food you've eaten, what kind of rest you've had, what kind of exercise and movement you've been doing, what kind of conversations you've been having, who you're attached to on social media. It's amazing the stress level that social media can bring on for so many of us. And that's why we need to come back to these exercises, once again, that have been around for thousands of years, that people have used to manage this amazing gift that they've been given of their body. These really work. Doesn't matter how much technology you throw out, ultimately we are organic beings, and we need to take care of ourselves as such. So, again, my name is Tish Oakley, and I am with Earth Monkey Energies. We offer Tai Chi, we offer Qigong, and we offer Reiki treatments to bring you to a place of balance, to help you find your calm, to help you find your peace. I hope to hear from you soon. Namaste.